Hi, my name is Janine Knight, and I am the Virtual Content Specialist, grades K through 2, students with disabilities in science. This presentation will focus on feedback versus praise, supporting students in understanding content. The big question of the unit is what must be done to make a natural butterfly habitat? Throughout the process, different modes of feedback can be utilized in order for the students to be able to monitor their progress. There's written feedback. As an example, I created this rubric using a Google Docs add-on called Orange Slice. And in order to get this rubric, you would go to Get Add-ons, search Orange Slice, choose Teacher Rubric. When you open it up, there'll be a button that says Install. Once you install, you have access to all of the steps to use this add-on. Then we have oral feedback. This document was created in Google Slides. There's page setup, and I changed the layout to custom layout 8.5 by 11 to accommodate the checklist as a background. I apply that, and I have just this small area here. I choose background, choose image, and then from here I would browse and upload the screenshot of this checklist so it becomes a background. Then I add text boxes and put a little X in a different color to show the students where they should start typing. In addition, as a support, I have used a Chrome extension called Mote, M-O-T-E, to create audio clips. And these little flags are under shapes, arrows, and then you have your flag right there. So I used the fill color feature to change the color and to make it look like they're little post-it flags. I also included links here. This is the white space around the slide in Google Slides. I use that space to provide additional supports for students. So here is also directions on how to use voice typing in the event that the students need to voice type their notes that they want to add to this document. This document is also really small, so I would use the zoom tool, just click it, and I could zoom in on just one part so that I could see what I'm typing and what I need to do. You can always zoom out by clicking the arrow, click Fit, and you're back to where you started. There's links here for the student reader so that the student has the reader available. If they don't have it physically, they have it virtually. You'd be supporting the students monitoring their own progress by giving them the feedback that they need. When it comes to giving feedback, we want to foster and develop a growth mindset for ourselves and for our students. A growth mindset is a belief system that suggests that one's intelligence can be grown or developed with persistence, effort, and a focus on learning. Developing a growth mindset moves kids in a direction of thinking that promotes saying something like, what am I missing? Instead of, I'm not good at this. I'll use a different strategy rather than I'll give up. Is this really my best work? Rather than saying it's good enough. When thinking about modes of feedback, we think about when is a good time for written feedback, when is a good time for a demonstration, when is a good time for oral feedback, all encompassing a growth mindset. So to personalize the feedback for students, you can choose the modality based on their reading level and the conference time you have allotted. According to understood.org, there are 3 main types of praise that teachers most often use. There's personal praise, effort-based praise, and behavior-specific praise. 2 of these are found to be more effective than the other. For this presentation, we're going to focus on effort-based praise. This type of praise emphasizes what students can control. Praise is one of the simplest and most powerful tools to engage and motivate your students. When used effectively, praise can turn around behavior challenges and improve students' attitudes about learning. Think back to the student with the beautiful singing voice. The student likely worked hard to learn the difficult key changes in a song or to memorize the lyrics. The time spent and the strategies used are within the student's control. That's why effort based praise, such as, I am so impressed at how hard you worked to sing that song without the music and lyrics in front of you, is more empowering than, you have such a beautiful singing voice. Carol Dweck, in a 1998 study, found that children who were praised for working hard were more motivated to take on challenging problems, become more confident in their abilities, and enjoyed solving problems more than children who were praised for being smart. Praising effort requires keeping tabs on the path the child takes with a project. Try engaging students by asking about their process with questions like, tell me how you arrived at that word choice, or you took an interesting path to arrive at the answer. What was it? Your curiosity about a student's process will encourage the child to ask him or herself those same questions, sparking curiosity and exploration. This in turn allows kids to evaluate themselves rather than have an external evaluation, which is always our end goal. We want the students to be able to monitor their own progress as well as accept feedback from teachers and other peers. In order to accurately self assess their knowledge, students need a variety of feedback. The feedback needs to be timely, accurate, relevant, and growth mindset oriented, no matter the type of feedback. In conclusion, to have a growth mindset, we shouldn't celebrate failure. It's the moment after failure when we reflect, continue to move forward, and share the learning that would be celebrated. Thank you for listening.